Okay, so I guess we're live now. Um, this is the first time I've done a Twitch stream here, so we're going to see how this goes. 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 I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. Mute. Let's mute that. I do not want to hear myself streaming. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. I think we should be good here. All right, so welcome to the stream. We are okay. So the goal here with this stream, it's called wOrdinals at the moment, and yeah, just like wrapped ordinals. But basically the idea here is, so I went on Twitter and or X rather, and I asked you guys what we should do. So basically, the original was if you were going to start building a new product involving ordinals, what's most exciting? I'm thinking of doing a build stream, which is, I mean, hey, we're here, we're at it. And the only response I got, considering I have 21,000 followers on X, was Charlemagne, King of the Dead. This guy gave me two ideas. So wrapping rare sats onto an EVM chain, and the other one was an ordinals like AMM, basically pseudo swap for ordinals, which I think is pretty interesting. I think kind of overlapping here in terms of what they're for. Obviously an AMM for ordinals. If we decide to do it on Ethereum or an EVM chain or something, then like we're going to need to be wrapping these ordinals up anyway. So I think we're just going to go ahead with number two, even though that's going to be pretty complicated, I think, overall. So this is not going to be an easy challenge, but you know what? Let's throw in another little wrinkle. Let's see what ChatGPT can do to help us out on this mission as well. So just up front, I just want to say this is not going to be something that's extremely production ready or super secure. It's just me hacking away. A lot of this stuff I don't even know how to do yet. So you're going to be able to figure out how to do it along with me. So let's see how it goes. Okay, so right now we need to talk about a few things up front. So if we're going to make an AMM or an automated market maker around ordinals, we need to talk about a few things. I'm sure anybody who's tuning into this is going to know what a freaking AMM is, but you may not know what ordinals are, and like I said, we're gonna walk through that. So essentially, an AMM, an automated market maker, is a way to essentially allow people to swap tokens or NFTs or whatever using an algorithm rather than actually like having a market maker like a Kraken or a Coinbase to help out with that. So you're probably familiar with Uniswap or something like that, SushiSwap, SushiSwap. Those are all AMMs. They're pretty complex. In this case, we're going to try and build something simple and straightforward, and hopefully you guys are going to help me out with that. So right now, obviously we don't. I don't know. We had a few viewers. It looks like this is. I'm new to Twitch. Okay, so be gentle. If you're in the chat, say hello and say hello, and I'll try to see if I can get to you as well. If you have suggestions or if you think I'm just doing the wrong thing. Okay, so basically what I've done here is I got and sorry for the super wide screen. That's just my monitor setup. Unfortunately, I've got VS Code. I got iTerm and Chrome. That's basically what we're starting with. So anything that we're going to set up, we're going to install from scratch. I'm not like, this is just a clean OS X user, and we'll walk through everything from the beginning. So we're talking about AMMs. Ordinals is another like really interesting tech. So like let's pretend like we're dummies. What are? So, basically, obviously, Bitcoin ordinals. Okay, so, essentially these are way of doing NFTs on chain for Bitcoin, which is something that I think a lot of people didn't think was possible, or at least didn't really care to try and build out. But basically, every single Satoshi possible is given a serial number, and they're all extremely unique. So these are what we're going to be attempting to swap. Since they're non-fungible, we're going to have to probably, I'm assuming we're going to have to try and figure out what we're going to do about creating liquidity pools so that people can put those into the AMM, and then we'll just have to figure out like what we're going to do about scripting there. I mean, there's a ton of problems we got to solve, but like we're just going to go ahead and kick this off. So, I told basically ChatGPT, I said, okay, look, I want to make an Ordinals AMM, and it spouted out a bunch of BS, high-level stuff about how hard it would be and how cool it would be, which I agree, and gave me some suggestions. So, like for instance, it said you got to understand how ordinals work. You got to know what inscriptions are. You got to figure out how you're going to store these things, and then obviously, Bitcoin has pretty limited scripting capabilities. So, like, how are we going to actually script the AMM itself? And it suggests going on to do off-chain solutions, use off-chain solutions. I think the goal here for us should be to try and get as much as we can on-chain without having to build something off-chain. They're suggesting that basically the only on-chain components are like the actual transfers of the tokens. Everything else, like matching engine, order book, etc., is going to, they suggest doing it off-chain. So we'll have to figure that out. And then, obviously, we got to decide if this is going to be a completely Bitcoin-centric thing or if we're going to move to EVM. I think I'm leaning towards moving this, basically, like my concept here is, and let me pull up like Scaladraw, and we can like maybe walk through this. Okay. So how do we clear this thing? Come on. We're already doing so well here. Okay, great. So in this case, what I'm thinking is, we basically will have ordinals. We'll have an ordinal, right? And, we're going to send that into something we build here. Let's say some kind of wrapping mechanism. Which then goes into, basically we would, let's just say for our sake, we mint an NFT on ETH. We'll be pedantic here. Wow, man, I'm like dyslexic. Okay, so we'll mint an NFT, right? And then after that, we'll have an NFT, and then we could send to LP, liquidity pool, okay, and then, from there we do AMM shit, so. Then we swap, baby. And, and then essentially, like, if we want to get out of it, let's say, we have to have a way to kind of go back in reverse, right? So, burn the NFT, and then back to the wrapping, essentially, but an unwrap, and then we could, like, unwrap. Right, so that's essentially what we're looking at here. Let's see if I can get don't know if we got chat yet. No. How do we just get chat? Wouldn't that be great in OBS? I feel like I got to figure that out. How do I add my chat to my stream? Choose an alert provider. What the hell, man? Why has this got to be so difficult? What the hell is the easiest way to do this? Huh? I gotta ask my big brother ChatGPT. So slow. Access your Twitch chat pop-out URL. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so there's an actual just a window that we can pop out. Let's try that. Ordinals. Oh my God, booyah. All right, cool. We'll just leave that guy over here. Okay, so this is essentially what I think we're going to be building out. Easier said than done. So I think there's a lot of different ways that we could tackle this. Oh wow, ChatGPT actually drops drive chain as a recommendation, a difficult recommendation, but like we should just let. I think we should just let Paul Sports handle that. I'm not going to work with that. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, cool. So let's focus on one aspect at a time. Okay. So right now, let's do this. Let's focus on getting some ordinals and then like working on moving those over and figuring out the whole wrap situation. Okay. So we are going to need. Okay. So basically, the way that this is going to work is how I'm envisioning it is we're going to need to have a way to verify that the person has custody of that ordinal. And then I'm thinking maybe we create a multi-sig wallet for this project. And you send the ordinal to the multi-sig. And then from there, and then we can wrap it, using like an Ethereum smart contract. So we'll have to write that out in Solidity. We'll mint them their NFT, and then we can give them. We'll issue them the ERC 720, essentially, and that's what we'll focus on for now. Okay, so basically like a one-way minting of an NFT from an ordinal. Okay, so what do we have to do to make that happen? Okay, so let's do this. So we want to have some kind of UI that's going to allow us to sign a Bitcoin message to prove that we have an ordinal, and then from there, I guess we'll like try to figure out what's in the inscription and do that. So the first step here, let's see. I mean, I guess the best thing we can do is just let's go ahead and try and create a Node app, a React app actually rather. Okay, let's just go ahead and create a projects folder to organize our shit, and then let's call this why is it so hard to name things? Let's call it ordinal signer. Does that even make sense? We'll just call it Bitcoin Signer for now. And we'll let that thing do its business. Oh man, I should have just passed in Y. Slow, slow, slow. I have no idea what the hell version this is. All right, there we go. Okay, well, actually, I don't want to start this yet, but let's go into the folder. And okay. Do I trust the authors of the files in this folder? I sure as hell better trust it. I am the author. Oh man, you're going to make me do a new terminal. Okay, cool. All right, so, well, because I said that we're going to let ChatGPT drive this a little bit here, let's go. Okay, so this is telling me to use Bitcoin.js lib. So I've used that before, and I don't really care to go looking for anything better at the moment. So we're going to just see if where this takes us. Should be able to support like simple message signing. So, okay, cool. So now it's saying, now that we got this JS lib that's going to help us do Bitcoin signing, let's see, we're looking at updating our app.js, and it's suggesting we add an input user for them to put in their Bitcoin address, a hidden input field that securely captures a private key, which that sounds like a dumbass idea to me. But let's just see how this goes. We'll obviously be using test stuff. A text area for the message to be signed, and a sign message button to trigger the signing process. Okay, let me just put it this way. I don't like this private key suggestion. Let's just say, ChatGPT, this is terrible. And I don't want to do this with our users. What other option do we have? So basically, I just said I don't like the idea of them entering their private key into some HTML field. What are the other options here, chat? Oh, thank you for saying it's a valid concern. Yes, I know. Use a third-party wallet for signing. Instead of creating a UI, leverage existing third-party wallet integrations that can handle signing processes. Okay, so we could use Electrum. Well, now I'm thinking like maybe we should just not even support message signing here and just make them do it on another wallet. That's not very user-friendly. Okay, let's do this. I don't even remember using Electrum for signing messages. I mean, I have done it in the past, but I really don't give a shit about that right now. So let's just go ahead and download Electrum and see what's going on with it. Let's see how easy this is. Okay. Can you get a finder, please? Okay. Okay. Yep, thank you. Okay. Let's start up Electrum. Okay, so I don't even know how easy it is to set up messages here, but let's do this. Select server, no, that's okay. Default wallet, let's go ahead and rename that. Standard wallet. Standard wallet. Create a new seed. I'm giving away the seed here on this thing, so I don't really give a shit. Okay. I just copy this because I don't really care. Oh, you don't even let me paste it here either? Okay. Do not follow these instructions, please. Okay. I'm going to do something very naughty. And I'm simply going to put it in my notepad. Okay? Because that's just the easiest thing right now to do. And I'm just fucking around with this wallet. Fog, nasty, twin, using finger, shell, and by the end of this stream, you're gonna probably be like messing with this crap anyway. Yeah, who cares? Nope, don't care. Just testing messaging. Okay, sign verify message. I knew it was somewhere up there. Okay. All right, so this is my message. Got a Bitcoin address. Okay, so we need a Bitcoin address. You have to generate one. Is that what we're doing here? Oh, we got channels in here? Man, they got support wallet or lightning? Nice. Addresses? Okay, that's what I thought. Alright. Copy the address. Why can't can't put messages up in there? Jeez, okay. Let's see. This is my address. Bam. We'll use that address. Can we sign it? Alright, poof. So we got a signature. Okay. Verify it? Oh, well, thank you very much. That was simple. Okay. So this is pretty straightforward. So maybe for the MVP, we don't even ready, maybe we don't even need to build out the signing mechanism. We'll just avoid that for now. So if the user can just use this, then that might be just good enough for now. Okay. So, all right. So back to the, so maybe we don't need the interface for now. We'll go back to the AMM and okay. Okay. All right. So let's just say like, oh wait, actually, so maybe we still need to have this. Okay. So, all right. So let's scroll up. Okay. So with that out of the way, let's just talk through this. Okay. So one, we give them a pre-written message to sign, generated by a form, right? So essentially, this will look like, let's just say it's like, I don't even know. Okay, so their suggestion was something to this effect. Okay, and let me try to explain a little bit about what's going on here. Okay, so change the font. Okay, just for easier. Okay, let's make it code. Okay, so essentially they're saying, okay, I own this Ethereum address, and I also own this ordinal, whichever number, and I'm trying to wrap it into, let's just add that in. We'll give them a nonce and a timestamp of when they do it. Okay, so then they're going to take this message, essentially take it over into here. They have their Bitcoin address, they would sign it, and then this is the, let's say this is the resulting message or signature. Okay. All right. It's suggesting that we could either put an ordinal number here or a hash of the inscription. I don't really know what would be. Let's ask it. Let's see. Like, why would you suggest this? I'm not quite sure I understand why they would suggest either of these. Balancing specificity with privacy and practicality. If you use the ordinal number, this makes it straightforward to verify which ordinal we're talking about wrapping. Although it's privacy concerns, because it's disclosed in the message. Okay, true. If we used a hash, we would add a layer of privacy, which, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I understand what a hash is. But the user would have to hash it. Yeah, but what if we had, yeah, I guess the website would have to know. I like how ChatGPT suggests though that you paste your private key into the interface and just tell them you're not using it, but yet this is a concern for privacy or security. You know what? This is just a hack, so let's keep it simple. Let's just keep it the ordinal number for now. Okay, all right. So what do we, what comes after this, right? Okay. First of all, let's get this generated. So what do we need? We're going to need to have them enter their Ethereum address that they want to send their NFT to, the ordinal number that they own, the nonce, which we'll generate, and the timestamp, which we'll generate. And then they got to sign it. I think we're jumping ahead here too far, though, because A, this Electrum wallet doesn't even have an ordinal, right? So actually, this is probably, I guess, step 2. Let's get damn ordinal. All right. So what are we going to do here? How do we do that? Okay. So let's just be dummies. I have an Electrum wallet with nothing in it, and I want testnet ordinals. Walk me through getting some. What do you got for me? What do you got for me, chat? Okay. Ooh, you first need some testnet bitcoins that you can use to acquire your ordinals. Okay. So, all right. So now it's telling me I got to launch Electrum in testnet mode. So let's go ahead and do that. So we got Electrum. Oh, you can't find it? Oh, you can't find it? Okay. Still can't find it, huh? Okay, fine. I guess I gotta help you out. Is it capital E? Okay. even know if I can do this. Can I? I don't think I've passed parameters to this thing. Okay. Will this work? Oh, it's a lowercase a. No, I was right. Okay. And this is like a remedial. How can I do that? You don't like the parameters? Okay. I don't know. I'm not even going to worry about that right now. Let's. Why does it feel like way more pressure on stream to figure out how to do this crap? That's what I'm doing. Oh my God. Okay, so you do have to go through the. All right. Can't be found. Why? What's it called? The heck? Run Electrum. ChatGPT does not even understand that. Okay. That was a long, convoluted way to get back to this. Okay. Oh, we get to create a new seed. Oh, cool. Let's see. Okay. Okay. No password. No. This is a test mode. Testnet mode. Okay, great. Cool. Let's see, view addresses. We're going to need that. Okay. And a testnet faucet. Yeah, I know. Duh. Bitcoin. What's the best faucet out right now? We'll just try number one here, but copy address. Boom. Yeah, give me whatever. TV, huh? Testnet. Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, wait. No, that should have worked, right? Testnet TBC. Testnet coins. TB. What's the deal? Whoa, that was an interesting bug. Look. Cool. Server wallets temporarily offline. Should have read that from the beginning. Am I an idiot? Yes. Oh, stairs. I love these challenges. Okay, stairs, 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 stairs. I don't know. Are those stairs? Faucets overloaded. We got a lot of people trying to get some. Okay, let's just skip down the list. Skip down the list. Boom. Come on, baby. Come on. Fourth time's the charm. Chimneys. Chimneys. Oh, Trump sign. Should I click that? Love it. Success! Oh, it takes a few days. Okay, cool. Well, we're not on stream or anything. Well, if we get to see those someday. You know, kids that are trying to learn how to do Bitcoin and they need like a testnet faucet, it's like like the first 6 options on Google, you can't even get anything to your wallet. You're probably better off just going onto Twitter and asking somebody to send you some. Okay, is this working? CAPTCHA test failed. Am I blind? R. Is that IV? XMQV? Psh, this is worse than a vision test. You know what? Let's get a new one. Oh, yeah, that's better. IP limit 1 request per hour. Okay, so did it go through or it didn't go through? We're 36 minutes in. We haven't even gotten any testnet coins. All right, let's see. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Create a request. Let's try this one. Okay, who knows of a good testnet ordinal tool? Inscriber, right? Meet Inscriber, the Bitcoin NFT minting tool from Blocky Devs. Inscriptions online, an online interface for creating inscriptions. Let's see what Reddit has to say. It's possible you might need to run your own ord node. Can we do it on testnet though? Let's see. Hey, they got testnet code here. Receiving address. Taproot address from an Ordinals wallet. So Electrum might not cut it here. We need a testnet Ordinals wallet. Ordinals wallet. Create a wallet. I don't want to do one online here. Do we have to do it with them? Great, that's testnet. Okay, okay. Bitcoin code. What about Ords? Is that like a Ords wallet? Or is it Ord? What's it called? Ord. Command line wallet. Does it work on testnet though? I'd like to think it could. No. Ord server not working. Testnet. If I run Ord though, am I going to have a fully indexed node? That's going to be a pain in the ass, right? It requires Bitcoin Core. Yes. So it just talks to Bitcoin Core. Are there any other options here? We want to move fast, so Ordinals wallet. Okay. How to set up a Bitcoin Ord wallet? A year ago, this guy. I'm not gonna do a full node sync. There's got to be an easier option right here. Okay. Even testnet, I'm not. Oh, create a raw transaction with your inscription, and then we can use Bitcoin.js to create the transactions programmatically. Broadcast the transaction. Okay. All right. So, like, is it possible for us to basically broadcast the transaction? Oh, we could just, yeah, we could just log into like BlockCypher, one of those, and just do that. But like, how do I? Okay, let's find out how do we create a raw inscription. I think we're still going to need Bitcoin here, so still need to figure out the testnet faucet issue. Okay, we are way down the list. I don't want to do that. Sounds like too much work. Free Bitcoin. Copy address. Optional. I'm a Bitcoin newbie. I'm not a robot. Please tip ETH or Doge to open it up. Come on, Casa. Come on, guys. Oh, you're just sending me back to these old ones? Have I already done this? Yeah, probably. The hell does that mean? Can I get it in a minute? Can I get it in a minute? Okay. So ChatGPT is saying that if we want to create a raw Bitcoin transaction with an inscription, like an ordinal, then we're going to have to use op return. Great, fine. We can use Bitcoin.js lib. Great, fine. Okay. So we'll install Bitcoin.js. We'll create a script to construct the transaction, which is this long ass script, which we've done that before many times. That should be fine. And then we broadcast it. So once we get this testnet coin, oh, an online describer though. Files. Oh, this is kind of cool. Select the fee rate and then submit it. A taproot from an Ordinals wallet. This is a pretty simple little UI. That's cool. Anyway, okay, great. We sent to the address. Well, I'll be the judge of that. And look, there it is, unconfirmed. But we got a balance. We got more than half of a testnet BTC right now, baby. We're balling. We're balling out. Okay. Okay, so back to programming. Okay. So it looks like we can use something like this to do what we want to do, but we're gonna do scratchy scratch. So, all right. So we installed Bitcoin.js lib, which is great. We already have that. We've got a React project, so that's good. So, okay. We have. Okay. You know what? I like the terminal over here. Let me get rid of this. Okay, so ChatGPT essentially is saying we could turn this into a backend service, which is reasonable, but we're not really we're just experimenting here. So maybe we should just do this one that says don't do it. I like to do things we're not supposed to do, right? So let's play around with it. Okay, so we got this transaction script. Okay, so okay, all right, cool. Okay. Okay, so I'll put the code in here and we'll walk through it real quick. Okay. All right, so just for continuity's sake. Okay, so obviously just regular node stuff. Okay, so we're using Bitcoin.js, we're using testnet. We've got this create raw inscription function, which is going to take some data in, which is going to be necessary to help us craft this transaction. Right now it's just sending in a message, but we're not going to use that right now. This is just going to be a util function that will call from our component. So we have key pair. So basically we're going to make an elliptical curve pair, random, we pass a testnet so we get the right key pair for the right network. We're going to generate a P2PKH, pay-to-pub key hash address with the right network, and we send in our public key, which is an attribute of this key pair. We get a private and public key. And then we got a PSBT. We need that so that we can, that's a transaction object, so then we can like add the inputs. Your transaction hash. Okay, so this, I guess we'll take that from Electrum. We'll put that in there. Then we need a non-witness UTXO. So this we'll have to figure out. Then the op return. So then we're going to use a Bitcoin script. We're going to add the output. So where are we sending this to? So the data that we send in, like in our case, it's going to be a string for the inscription. Whatever we want to like actually inscribe into the UTXO, that will come in here as a UTF-8 stream or a buffer, and then that'll get written as an output. It gets sent to the Bitcoin script compilation as an op return. Obviously, we have some limits there, and then we're going to add another output, which basically will send back it'll be a change address, and send back the this needs to be changed to whatever we're really sending. We'll sign it. Well, finalize those inputs in the transaction, extract the transaction. We'll send it to hex, and this hex is what will output out to the browser, and then we can just basically copy paste that into like one of those broadcast services. So that's what we'll be working on next. I've got to step away for a little bit and get some lunch, and then I will be back to continue this work. Thanks, everybody.